Hello guys, in this video we will discuss about similar matrices, some properties of similar matrices, the diagonalization of a matrix, and we will see with the help of an example how we will diagonalize a matrix.
Similar matrices have its importance due to its some of its properties that the two matrices share some very crucial properties of matrix such as the determinant, the trace, rank, nullity, eigenvalues. All these things are invariant for the similar matrices. So first we will discuss the definition of similar matrices. Suppose we have two square matrices A and B, and of course it is of same size. Then we say that the matrix A is similar to B. This is the notation we will use for similar matrices. If we can find an invertible matrix P such that this condition is satisfied. A is equal to P inverse B P, or if you just multiply by P, you will get PA is equal to BP inverse will be identity. It will be equal to BP. So if any of one condition is satisfied for an invertible matrix P, then these two matrices A and B are similar. So one thing is that this matrix P, to find this matrix P, it is an crucial part for showing that two matrices are similar. So, if we see in the last equation, if we post multiply by P inverse, so we will get this equation. P inverse is identity, so B into I is I. So, we have P inverse is B. So, from here, we can say that the matrix B is similar to A. That means we can say that if matrix A is similar to B, if and only if B is similar to A. So here the matrix P is called as similarity matrix. So let us see some of the properties of similar matrices. Suppose if matrix A and B are similar, then determinant of A is same as determinant of B. Characteristic polynomial of A is same as characteristic polynomial of B. It has same eigenvalues. A and B has same rank and nullity. Trace of A is same as trace of B. So these are some properties of similar matrices. Due to these variety of invariants for similar matrices, these matrices are very important. But one thing you have to keep in your mind, that if converse of these properties, that means suppose you have two matrices A and B whose trays are same, but they cannot be similar. Okay, so this is established, or this is true only when the matrix A and B are similar. Okay, that means you can obtain two matrices whose determinants are same, but those matrices are not similar. Okay, even you can obtain two matrices having same characteristic polynomial, but they are not similar. Now, let us see the sum of properties verification. That means if A and B is similar, then their determinant are same. So you know that two matrices are similar if we can find an invertible matrix P such that this condition is satisfied. So if you take the determinant of these two matrices, so this will be equal to, now just using the property of the determinant of product of two matrices, it is same as determinant of A into determinant of B. So also just using the property of the inverse matrix determinant, so this will be same as 1 upon determinant of A. This will be cancelled out. So if matrices A and B are similar, then their determinant is same. Now for the next property, that two matrices A and B, two similar matrices A and B have same characteristic polynomial and same eigenvalues. So let us consider that the square matrix A has eigenvalue lambda and x is the corresponding eigenvector. So we know that it satisfies this equation, by an invertible matrix P inverse. We will get lambda P inverse x, because lambda is a scalar, so we can just shift it out. So if we take, or we set our x as some py, so P inverse P is the identity matrix, because P inverse AP is same as the matrix B, because A and B are similar matrices. So we have BY is equal to lambda Y. So similar matrices A and B have same eigenvalues but distinct eigenvectors. The similar matrices have same characteristic equation, or they will have same eigenvalues. So now come to the definition of diagonalization of a matrix. Now we will discuss the diagonalizable matrices, why they are important to study, Because in practice, it is usually difficult to obtain a non-singular matrix P which satisfies the equation A is equal to P inverse BP, where A and B are two square matrices of same size. So, it is possible to obtain the matrix P when matrix A or B is a diagonal matrix. So our interest is to find a similarity matrix P such that for a given matrix A, we have this condition D is equal to P inverse A P, where D is our diagonal matrix. So if such matrix exists, that means such diagonal matrix exists, then we say that the matrix A is diagonalizable. So let us say that if we have a square matrix A, it is diagonalizable if this matrix is similar to a diagonal matrix. It means what? That is, there exists an invertible matrix P inverse AP is same as the matrix D, where D is a diagonal matrix. So as we have seen already that the two similar matrices have same eigenvalues. So the eigenvalues of matrix A is nothing but the diagonal entries of the matrix D. So we have a very interesting result on the diagonalization of a matrix in the form of a theorem which says that a square matrix A of order n is diagonalizable if and only if this matrix has n linearly independent eigenvectors. Okay, it means what? A square matrix A of order n in general is diagonalizable if and only if it has n linearly independent eigenvectors. So, if you have to show that a matrix is diagonalizable, so what you have to do? First, you have to find out the eigenvalues of a matrix A. So, for finding eigenvalues, you have to find its characteristic equation. Then you solve it, you will find out its eigenvalues, and then you will find out its eigenvectors. If you have if suppose your matrix A is of order 3, then for A to be diagonalizable, you must have three linearly independent eigenvectors. So there is a remark about the eigenvectors that the eigenvector corresponding to distinct eigenvalues are always linearly independent. It means what? Suppose you have a matrix A whose eigenvalues are 1, 2, and 3. That means you have three distinct eigenvalues. So if it has a distinct eigenvalue, so its corresponding eigenvectors will be linearly independent. Let me give you one more thing that about the diagonalizable. The second remark says that if your matrix A is diagonalizable, then the matrix A to the power m is also diagonalizable for any positive integer m. So now let us see an example in which we will do the diagonalization of a matrix A. So show that the matrix A given by this is diagonalizable, and also find the matrix P such that the matrix P inverse AP is a diagonal matrix. So for the matrix A, we have eigenvalues as 1, 2, and 3. These are the eigenvalues, and the corresponding eigenvectors corresponding to 1 is 1, 0, 1. Corresponding to eigenvalue 2, the eigenvector is 0, 1, 2, and corresponding to the eigenvalue 3, the eigenvector is 1, 1, 2. You can check this video to find how we get these eigenvalues and its corresponding eigenvectors. Because as we have seen in the previous theorem, which states that a square matrix A is a diagonalizable if it has n linearly independent eigenvectors. So you see that we have a square matrix of order 3, and here we have three distinct eigenvalues. So we have three eigenvectors. That means this matrix A is diagonalizable. So now we will form the matrix P. So just form the matrix P by the eigenvectors as a column vector. So you will have 1, 0, 1. Second eigenvector is 0, 1, 2. Third eigenvector is 1, 1, 2. So you can find out its inverse easily. I am not showing the calculation here, but you can find it very easily. The inverse of P, which will comes out to be 0, minus 2, 1, minus 1, minus 1, 1, 1, 2, and minus 1. So this is the inverse of the matrix P. Now we will find out the matrix multiplication of P inverse AP. The matrix A is, and the matrix P is again. So we know that how to do multiplication of two square matrices. So first we will do the multiplication of these two matrices. We will get 1, 4, 6. Now do the multiplication of these two matrices. You will get which is a diagonal matrix D.
So matrix A and D are similar matrices, and here you can see that we obtain a diagonal matrix, so we represent it by D. And if you see the diagonal entries of this matrix, it is nothing but the eigenvalues of the matrix A.